Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, the 20th of November 2019, and we are in Peoria, New York. We're at my dad's, not where the video is being shot because can't always record on time. But so today is our first full day out here at dad's. We came out yesterday from Frankfurt, and mostly a day to relax. We've had so much going on that so I had to work today, so set up and worked in the kitchen most of the day, moved to the office, dad's office later in the day. I call it dad's office, but it's my old bedroom. Maybe it's my office. And anyway, the so the kids played with dad a lot today. The big thing for dad, dad made eggs for breakfast. Toast soldiers. Luciana requested them. I don't know if she must have remembered from the last time we were at dad's, and she's like, I want toast soldiers for breakfast. Very British of her. And so dad made that, and Dominica helped. So we just ate at the house, and then this evening, our goal was to go out to Tom Wall's, but ended up not being able to happen, mostly because of work, and like people just weren't up for it. But so dad's carpeting arrived today, so he was able to build the carpet ball that he's been telling us about. And so by late in the day, he and the girls were playing carpet ball for quite a long time. Seems to be a very big hit. I did not really get a chance to see it until super late, but that was very cool, and that is a big thing of this trip. So when the kids look back on the memory of this trip, that it is the first time they ever played carpet ball, and it's probably the most they will ever play carpet ball all at once. That is this trip, and today is the day that it started. So this evening, instead of going to Tom Wall's as we had planned, we're pushing that off till tomorrow, we think, and instead we ordered in pizza from Papa Ronie's in Pavilion. Of course, we say order in. What we actually mean is we order it and make dad run down the hill and pick it up. But that is what we had for dinner, and it was amazing. Probably more amazing than I can remember it being at any other time, because this is the one time that we were unable to get any pizza whatsoever out in Frankfurt while we were there, because all the pizza places have closed. And so that means that, except for Fratello's, but we never get that just because it's in a place that we never go to, and never even occurred to anybody. But so normally I've had a bit of really good Western New York pizza before I have Papa Ronie's again, but this time I had none. So Papa Ronie's is the one and only pizza that I had on this entire trip to New York, and boy is it good. It's amazing how much you miss Western New York pizza. And we always say that, but this really highlighted just how much it is. It was amazing, and now I wish I had one right now. Originally, the plan was I was going to be in Avon and then continue up to go see Jeremy at his place, but we were at home, so things went a lot later than expected. After we ate dinner, I did hop in the car and drove out to Victor, New York, actually past that to Farmington. Why, Jeremy? Why Farmington? Anyway, so we went out there. I picked Jeremy up. First time seeing his new apartment out there. I have seen pictures, but I haven't seen his place since he lived in Geneseo, right around the corner from Dominica and my first house at Hawthorne. And surprisingly similar apartments. Like, now in my mind, I'm going to have a hard time keeping them apart because they're both the second floor. They're both about the same size. Not the same layout, but not entirely different layouts. Just way too similar. Apparently, when it comes to apartments, he and Rachel have a type. So picked him up. We went to Champs, had some beer there. We were literally the only people at Champs the whole time we were there. And then we closed them down, and no one had ever come in, so no wonder they closed. Then we found another place called the Turtle or something like that in Victor. That place was actually lively, had some music, had some people there, and we hung out for a little bit. Ended up hanging out with a Vietnam vet who told us stories for like 30 minutes after they had hoped to close and tried to leave. And I have a Mia who is insistent on being in the video today. She's such a sweetie. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes. And so we left there, went back to Jeremy and Rachel's place, checked on the kids. Olivia has been sick, but we got to see her. She seemed to be doing pretty well. She had a fever, but she came out, and I got to hang out with her for a little bit. She's older and talks now, and really looks like a tiny Chana at this point. She has a lot of Chana-isms going on, so that was adorable. So got to see her for a little bit. Got to see Rachel a little, and Rachel did bring out Henry, so I got to meet Henry for the very first time. Dad hasn't even met him yet, but everyone is starting to get sick, so that was a bit of a problem. And we hung out till pretty late. Then I drove back home, which took forever because, one, it's a really long way from Farmington to anywhere. But also the number of deer that were out was absolutely insane. I encountered 4 deer directly in front of Honeoye Falls High School, right on the road, just standing like in lawns. I had to come to a complete stop and make motions with my hands to the deer to get them to move. Saw at least a dozen deer just on the sides of the road, including right by the car. And then another 4, again, right on Main Street in Avon, which again, I had to come to a stop and convince them to leave Main Street. Just crazy. So I was doing 35 miles an hour pretty much the entire way home. And if you check a map, it's a long way. So it was very late when I got in and got to bed. And tomorrow's going to be a little bit rough. So that is Wednesday here in Peoria.